All right, let's kick off this deep dive with a little quiz for you. When you think of the most common wild animal in the United States, what comes to mind first? Squirrels, maybe, chattering in the trees? Or perhaps some kind of bird like robins or sparrows? Well, you might be surprised. The reigning champion, actually, in terms of sheer numbers, it's the white-tailed deer. Yeah, that deer. The one you might see nibbling in your backyard or, crossing the road. So today we're taking a deep dive into the surprising world of these incredibly common creatures. We're drawing insights from our source material, the enduring world of white-tailed deer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our mission here really is to try and unravel how. How have these animals become so unbelievably prevalent? I mean, across nearly every state. And maybe even more fascinating, how have they adapted so well to living, like, right next door to us humans? We'll dig into some pretty unexpected details about their lives, what their success really means for us.
Okay, let's unpack this then, because the numbers, they're astounding. We're talking an estimated population over 30 million white-tailed deer, spanning almost every single state.
It's incredible.
And what's truly remarkable isn't just the quantity, right? It's their adaptability. It's amazing. They're not just stuck in dense forests anymore.
Not at all. These deer thrive just as well in huge farmlands, open fields, and yes, even quiet suburban neighborhoods. You might spot one, just peeking out from behind a bush on your street. Totally at home.
Yeah, and what's fascinating there is how their actual physical traits and their behaviors kind of play into this. Their name, for instance, white-tailed,
Mm.
it comes directly from that, the white underside of their tail,
Yeah.
which they famously raise up like a flag when they're alarmed. It's a clear signal to other deer nearby.
Right, that warning signal.
And beyond that, physically, they're pretty remarkable. Incredibly agile. They can hit speeds up to 40 miles per hour in bursts, and they move so quietly. It's surprising. A lot of the time, you often don't even notice them until, poof, they're gone. Slipped away silently.
Yeah, vanished.
And their success in, say, urban areas, it isn't just about finding food, though that's part of it. It's also about, a learned behavior, less fear of humans. They often just become more nocturnal in those areas, avoiding us during our busiest times.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting, especially maybe for those of us who like our gardens. White-tailed deer are herbivores. Okay, so their diet, mostly leaves, twigs, fruits.
So deer stuff.
Standard deer stuff, exactly. But crucially for us, that also includes a huge variety of garden plants. And this brings them into common conflict with people, doesn't it? Particularly when they decide your, carefully planted landscaping is basically their personal salad bar.
Oh, absolutely. Or worse, yeah, when they wander onto roads. That creates really hazardous situations for drivers. I know my hydrangeas have definitely taken a hit more than once.
Right. It's frustrating. But, despite those conflicts, so if we sort of connect this to the bigger picture, it's also clear they're widely admired, too, for their beauty.
They are graceful.
Especially in the fall, right? When the bucks grow those impressive antlers, which are actually shed and regrown every year. Amazing process. And of course, the fawns. Everybody loves the fawns with their little white spots for camouflage.
So cute.
Yeah, perennial favorites for wildlife watchers. Their innocence, their charm is undeniable. But that popularity exists right alongside the very real challenges these booming populations present. It's not just garden damage. High deer numbers can cause significant ecological issues. Things like overbrowsing. That really degrades the forest understory, which affects other wildlife too. And they also play a role in the spread of tick-borne diseases. That's another factor.
Right.
So what's the bottom line here? What does this all mean for us? It means the white-tailed deer is, it's way more than just the most common animal in the U.S. It's kind of a powerful living symbol, isn't it, of how wildlife and human life just keep overlapping in surprising ways, and sometimes, challenging ways. There's sort of a constant reminder that the wild, it's often much closer than we think, woven right into our daily lives.
Yeah.
So this deep dive has really highlighted that, the surprising ubiquity, the incredible adaptability of the white-tailed deer, right outside our windows sometimes.
Yeah, it really has. And this raises an important question for you listening right now. Considering the white-tailed deer and how easily they've learned to blend into our spaces, what other wild elements might you be overlooking, right, in your own immediate surroundings? And, how does that maybe challenge your idea of where the wild truly begins and where it ends?